Hey everyone. So Facebook Live is not working. Facebook isn't working at all right now for me on my laptop or my computer, but I'm not going to be deterred. It's also why you should have your business in places other than Facebook. So I'm just going to post this later on and people can watch it. So everyone's going to be watching a replay. When you're watching it, please let me know that you're watching. I'd love to know who's interacting with this. I have a couple things set up right now. I'm just going to light some sage, light some incense. I have some crystals that I'm working with today before we get started, just to get grounded. I had a really big fight with technology, so I'm a little bit frazzled, although I blame Mercury retrograde. So right now I am lighting jasmine incense. I've been working with jasmine a lot lately, especially during yoga practices. It helps me connect to the feminine side and to flow and to let go. So I like using it in that way. Um, I'm so excited for this. So we're going to be talking about herb medicine and essential oils, and a couple updates. So I'm super excited. One of the other crystals that I'm working with is this one that I really like. It is half and half pyrite and half peacock ore with some pyrite popping through it. And the reason that I like it is because pyrite represents your root, the bottom of your energy system. And then your peacock ore represents the top. So the crown, the soul chakra, however many you believe in or whatever energetic system you use. Same with the bottom of your grounding system. It's not always the root for everyone. Sometimes it's the ground, or the earth chakra. So that's what I'm working with, just to get myself grounded and aligned. So one of the things that I want to talk about is what's been going on with my brand lately, Victoria Crossman. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm doing a lot of extra apothecary kind of stuff. I'm working with a lot more herbs, a lot more flowers, salts, plants, essential oils. I'm working with a lot of those. So I'm making a lot of product with those, but I'm also teaching and educating on them. I'm super excited because February I already have scheduled. I'm going to be doing some in-person classes on holistic herbs. So just using herbs as a replacement for just regular stuff. So like sniffles, a stuffy nose, digestion, calming down, relaxation, sleep, um, anything like that. I use essential oils for a lot of different things, and I use herbs for a lot of different things, and I use them in a lot of different ways. So today we're going to unpack some of that. I'm going to be teaching you some free tips and tools. I'm also going to be teaching you about some oils. I also recently joined doTerra, and I'm so excited about it because there's so many reasons that I love them. So I'm going to be unpacking that too, as well as how you can get buy one, get one free 15 milliliter essential oil bottles from doTerra. Buy one, get one free with my wholesale pricing for this week only. So that's something I'm going to be going over as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Essential oils are an extension of herbal medicine. And one of the things that I've learned recently is that with holistic medicine, here in the States, we still rely on the medical system a lot, even though it's pretty broken, and westernized medicine could definitely be a lot better. So the rule of thumb that I've learned is 80% holistic medicine and 20% like modern westernized medicine. And so that's worked really well for me. That's worked really well for my son, for my wife, for my family, for my friends. Getting down to the root cause, but also just natural herbs and plant medicine that you can use for common sicknesses or ailments. So you can use them for physical ailments, emotional, spiritual, ritual work. Last night I put lavender oil on my feet to help calm myself down to get some sleep. I had a lot of anxiety going on. I'm super obsessed with lavender. I use it a lot. I use it in my teas that I make. I use it in my bath soaks that I make. I just made my first like air freshener with some lavender herb as well as essential oils in it and some Himalayan pink sea salt. So those are the kind of things that I want to start talking about more, is DIY and buying those products, but also using ethically sourced ingredients, right? So you can use them a lot of different ways physically. They have all of these uses, right? But how do we actually use them? So you can diffuse them. What it does is you can put it in a diffuser and it'll kind of mist out. It's a lot like a vaporizer or anything like that. So you can use an aromatherapy diffuser. You can rub it on your hands. And then you can take a deep inhale, and then you're getting that essential oil and that plant medicine in through your cells, through your membranes, right? Because the other thing that I do is I like to teach spirituality at the intersection of science. So the really cool thing about essential oils is that when it's topical, it's literally passing through your cells and going into your bloodstream for its purposes. They're very fast acting, which is why I really like them as well. This morning, for example, I did not have coffee. I haven't had any yet. I'm totally uncaffeinated because I had a really upset belly. So I've been sipping on water with some lemon. And it's just 2 drops of lemon essential oil in a quart of water. And so that's how you can use essential oils in your everyday life, rather than, going to the doctor or going to the pharmacy and buying something man-made over the counter for, digestion or whatever. So the other way that you can use them, you can rub it on your hands. You can put it on your touch points. You can put it in your water. I do want to say research all the oils you use. I don't care if you're using doTerra's oils or whose oils you're using. Research before ingesting anything. Same thing with crystals. Some crystals are poisonous. Some crystals dissolve in water. Selenite dissolves in water, and malachite is poisonous to ingest. So definitely do your research before ingesting plant medicine. And I also recommend doing a quick research just to, especially like if you're pregnant or if you have any like autoimmune disorders, just check really quick. Just, you can literally Google it and, is this safe? So like, mugwort, for example, not good for pregnant people or breastfeeding people. So just make sure you do your research. I don't care whose oils you're using, just be safe. Lemon, you can eat it, so it's ingestible, that's safe. Lavender, that's safe. Lots of people do lavender tea. I use lavender tea in I use lavender in the blend for the Psychic Awakening tea that I make. So that's all safe. Let's see, you can put them in the bath. I love using essential oils and salts in the bath. I also use essential oils in some of the herbal soaks that I make. And that's another way to use the plant medicine, is those herbal soaks, because you have the essential oils, but then you also have the raw ingredients. So you're really connecting and everything is ethically sourced. That's really, really, really important to me. You can also use jewelry. So like this is something that I made. And you can get them as bracelets. I've seen them as rings. I've made different bracelets and necklaces of different sizes, but these are really porous beads. So since they're so porous, they will absorb any essential oils that you put on. So what I used to do when I have a cold, I'll put peppermint on it. Anything that'll really like open up my airways. DoTerra's Breathe is another really good blend. I would put it on there, and then I don't know if you can see like how porous it is, but I would put a few drops on it, and then, you know, I can just be playing with my necklace. I can have it kind of in my airways, and then I put it, you know, topically as well. But being able to breathe some of them in is really helpful, especially for an instantaneous effect, but also if you're trying to open up your airways. I also use them as air fresheners. Like I said, I have that lavender air freshener. Before yoga or meditation, I've been using jasmine before meditation and yoga practices lately, and connecting with it on that spiritual level has been really amazing for me. And I've been using lavender essential oils for that as well, and jasmine. So as far as why I chose doTERRA, there are other oil MLMs out there. There are other like oils you can buy on Amazon. Like, why wouldn't I just, like, I don't know, promote cheaper products on Amazon and then use my Amazon affiliate link or something rather than joining an MLM? I've been in MLMs before. And to be perfectly honest, I've never felt aligned with any of the products that I have with doTERRA. And the reason is, not only are there products for holistic healing and plant medicine, but the company is also incredibly philanthropic. So some of the reasons that I chose doTERRA, they do a source to impact. So there's a website on every single, sorry, I think I was talking about the jasmine, and I'm burning jasmine incense, and now I think I'm choking on jasmine smoke. Get some water with lemon. Okay. So some of the reasons I chose doTERRA, on every single bottle, there is a SKU or a barcode. And if you go to the website sourcetoimpact.com, you can look up where that oil started. So where the crop came from. So like third world countries, like, where did this create an impact? Where did we provide jobs in these third world countries? So you can see where the crop originated from. You can also see all of the lab reports. All of doTERRA's raw crops and essential oils are tested at least 11 different times between being raw and going to the individual who's purchasing it. So it's tested not only through doTERRA, but also through third party. All of those 11 plus testings, those are all different third party researchers. So anytime that you get a bottle of doTERRA essential oils, you can go to sourcetoimpact.com, type in that SKU number, and you can see all the lab results. I mean, the nitty gritty scientific, everything, showing that this is 100% pure grade therapeutic oils. The other thing I really love about doTERRA is the co-impact farming and sourcing. So how you can look up where the crop originated from. doTERRA actually sources these ingredients, even though it costs more money to get them from third world countries and pay a fair price and living wage so that we are impacting the people's lives. There's a video that I watched, and I'll share it in the comments. I'll also put this on my website, and I'll have links below there too. Maybe YouTube. I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, there's pink pepper that is grown. I don't remember where it's grown, but there's a story about a woman who has like completely changed her life around because of harvesting the pink pepper for doTERRA. So we've created jobs, we've created the ability for people to provide for their families, and that kind of stuff is incredibly important for me because I've been homeless, right? I've had to sell my body to provide for myself instead of being able to work. I've been in those kind of positions, and to be able to create those opportunities for those individuals is really beautiful to me. There's also the Healing Hands Foundation, and so that's another philanthropic foundation charity separate from doTERRA, but not doTERRA. So it's their Healing Hands Foundation by doTERRA. And so they've done a lot of different things like ending sex trafficking, which again is really important to me, having been a sex worker. And also these are really huge issues that are going on in America and around the world, and nobody's talking about them. So doTERRA is not only talking about them, but they're actually doing something about it, providing resources and allocating that money to people that can use it for what's really beneficial and what they really, really need. So there's that foundation, and the latest project they did, the Underground Railroad operation, I think, is where they outfitted an entire police academy in Thailand to end child human sex trafficking. So that's awesome that I'm able to be a part of a company that's doing something like that. It's really important to me, and it's really high on like my ethics and morals standards. Is I've got to believe in what I'm doing. And when I've joined other MLMs before, and it was always just for quick cash. It was never like, wow, I really believe in them and what they're doing. And so there are people that are skeptical, but I believe wholeheartedly that doTERRA is doing really good in the world. So I talked about how they're tested by third-party labs and researchers. doTERRA also won't accept anything less than 100% pure-grade therapeutic oil. So there was one point where they were out of a specific oil for about a year and a half because they tested the crops and it was at 99% level pure rather than 100%. And so rather than, passing it off and making that money, they lost all of that profit that they could have made and just didn't sell the oil for a year and a half because they didn't want to carry something that was a lesser quality. And that's a big difference with the Amazon oils too. Those have herbicides, pesticides, fillers, and it's hard to know what's in them since they're not regulated. Let's see. It's also, doTERRA is one of the only companies I know of that will straight up show you, like, here's our lab reports. Here's how pure our oils are. So that's really important to me too, because working with plant medicine, the purer the better. My goal with plant medicine is to not only heal, right, but to have that connection with Mother Earth, with Gaia. That is a spiritual component for me. So when I'm using plant medicine, when I'm using these essential oils, I'm communing with Mother Gaia. I'm tapping into my spiritual self. And for me, it's very important to have items that are ethically sourced and paid a fair wage, because all of that energy, right, goes into the products that we're using and the way that we're using plant medicine. So the other thing too with doTerra is the education and training. The business side of it is super easy. Super, 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 super easy. All I have to do is keep using and teaching about the oils. So I'm not really on here to talk about you starting up your own essential oils business or anything. That's not the goal of this talk. But if that's something that you're interested in, definitely message me, especially this week while BOGO week is going on, because that's something else that I want to talk about. And actually, that's a really good segue because that's about the last thing that I've got to cover. So, BOGO. Here's what I'm super excited about. Okay, so I've talked about why doTerra's oils are so amazing. I've talked about why I love essential oils, how I use them, why I love them. So, here's the BOGO going on right now. doTerra only does this twice a year. And it's 1 week, twice a year. And every day of that week, there's a different BOGO special. And it's buy one, get one free. So not only are you getting a free 15 milliliter essential oil because they're the 15 milliliters. So that's also a lot bigger than a lot of the ones on Amazon. Those are typically like 5, maybe 10. These are big bottles. These are going to last a while. Today's deal, actually, let me backtrack. Okay, so it only happens twice a year. Every day for the whole week, there's a different BOGO special. Okay, so you're getting amazing oils. You're getting one of them free. Okay, and they're both gonna last forever. And here's what I'm doing as well. I am, to celebrate kind of my coming into doTerra and to celebrate BOGO week, I'm going to give you my wholesale pricing. So instead of, having you create an account and sign up through online and everything like that, if that's something you want to do, great, let's chat. But for BOGO week, people who have an account, I can use the BOGO 5 times. So I'm getting one for myself today because once you hear it, you're going to want one too. So I have 4 left. So 4 people, I can use my wholesale pricing. And when I go over what the BOGO deal for today is, I'll break down my wholesale pricing versus retail and how much you're really saving, because you're saving like at least 60% that way on 2 15 milliliter bottles. So I'm just looking to see. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll go into that later. So for today, Tuesday, the 20th, November, the BOGO deal is buy one, get one free. So you get one free 15 milliliter lavender when you buy a 15 milliliter turmeric. So I may even get 2 because, like I said, I'm really obsessed with lavender. I use it all the time. I use it in almost all of my products. I use it on a daily basis in multiple different products for myself. So I may get 2 of them. So if you want in on the wholesale pricing for BOGO, let me know. So the lavender, it's good for spiritual healing, tranquility, peace, energetic imbalances. I love using lavender when I'm doing spiritual work. So sometimes before really intense healing sessions or regressions, or if I'm like doing a whole body like chakra cleanse and it's maybe the client's first time or something, I actually use lavender in a couple different ways. So I use the oils, but I also, some people do this. I know it's kind of odd, but I really love it. I actually smoke lavender. So there are different herbs that can also be smoked. Now, don't smoke essential oils. Don't do that. I really don't think that's safe. I'm not sure, but it doesn't sound like a good idea to me. But raw herbs, I I have the lavender for the blends that I use, and I've smoked the lavender before, and it's really opened my crown chakra. Lavender is really good for your crown, for your psychic abilities. That's why I use it in the Psychic Awakening tea. It's really good for all of that energetic stuff. So that's where I use it a lot, but I also use it because it's good for calming anxiety. So with my mental health journey, most of my life I dealt with depression more than anxiety. And now that the depression is kind of like on the back burner and I'm feeling a lot better and happier, anxiety is kind of like kicked into hyperdrive. So I've kind of been riding the anxiety struggle bus. So that's also where I use lavender a lot too. It helps me calm down and relax. It can relieve tension, stress. Now, some safety things with lavender. Don't use it topically with prepubescent boys. Again, do more research if you feel like it, but that's my main one that I tell people. A little bit is okay, but like if you're going to ingest it, like say like tea or, like candied lavender, that's fine. But be very, very, very sparingly using topical lavender on prepubescent boys because it affects their growth hormones. And so it also affects their estrogen levels, which kind of messes with their body. So those are all of the benefits of lavender. Now, normally a 15 milliliter bottle is $28 retail. With my pricing, it's $21 wholesale. So you get the lavender for free when you buy the turmeric. So about the turmeric, it's good for your immune system. Also, safety warning with this one, don't use it if you have hepatitis, if you have cirrhosis, or if you're pregnant. Bearing that, you should be good to go. So the turmeric, it's an antioxidant. You can use it as spot treatment or as a face mask for blemishes. Like any kind of irregular patches or like liver spots or anything like that. You can use it to soothe sore muscles. So you can use it in massage oil. That's something that I do a lot. I'm working on, I really want to get my LMT. So I do a lot of massage stuff. So I make a lot of my own oils. So anything for soothing the muscles, turmeric's going to be really good for that. You can also use it on minor cuts and scrapes. It's an antibacterial. It's also good for upset tummy. You can ingest because it is a seasoning, or you can use it topically like on your belly. Spiritually, it's really good for clearing out, so purifying. Both of these oils are really good for purifying. I would say that turmeric would be awesome for like clearing and purifying, and then lavender was perfect for like heightening and bringing in the crown chakra and connecting to source and the higher dimensions. So I like it because the BOGO is actually a grounding and then an airy kind of oil. So again, with the turmeric, it also aids protein metabolism, balances metabolism in general. I'm getting excited, so now my words are getting kind of messed up. It's also used in yogic tradition and Ayurvedic. It's also good for female flowing, letting go properties, a lot like the lavender. With the turmeric, it also cultivates feelings of prosperity, and I like using lavender for that too. I use lavender in my prosperity rituals. And then also what's really interesting about the turmeric is the arthritis component and the studies that have been done with it. So there was a study in, I think it was 2014. I'll send the link to where I found the information too. Sourcing is important to me. And I'm sorry that my beagle is going insane right now, but if he's out, then the other dogs will get out and you won't be able to hear me at all. So sorry. But the arthritis component with the turmeric, there was a study in 2014 where people with arthritis in the knees used turmeric topically on their muscles, where the arthritis was affecting them in their knees, and 91% had improvement. 91%. That's huge. So, I mean, I'm a big believer in plant medicine. I believe in essential oils because they're an extension of plant medicine. You know, this is something sacred that witches and other holistic people have been doing for thousands and 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 thousands of years. You know, plants as a part of nature have sheltered us, clothed us, healed us. So this is why it's all really important to me and why I'm so passionate about it. And I'm really sorry that there's so much background noise, but I do kind of want to go into the breakdown for the I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to go over the pricing. So the BOGO is if you buy the turmeric, right, you get the lavender for free. Okay, so turmeric pricing. It's normally $37.33 retail. My price wholesale, it's $28. So that's the price that I'm giving you. There's shipping as well. To be honest, I have to look at the website. I want to say it's $3.99, but I can't remember 100%. So I will clarify as well. But so for $28 plus shipping, my cost, I will mail you straight from doTerra. I'll just do it online. You can PayPal me the money, and then I'll go through my wholesale account, enter in your address, send you a screen cap and everything so you can see it. I'll also send you the tracking information and all of that so you'll know everything about what's going on with your order. So $28 plus shipping, you get the 15 milliliters of turmeric, plus the 15 milliliters lavender for free. So that all together normally retail is $65.33. And so with BOGO Week and with my wholesale pricing as my, yay, I'm doing the thing, you can get both oils for $28 plus shipping and tax. And that's crazy. So that's like less than probably 35 bucks for two large, ethically sourced. You can go to the source to you with the SKU and see all the lab reports, see where the crop came from. So I'm super excited about it. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I'm going to continue talking about doTerra and talking about how I work with it. I'm going to keep educating. I am going to be starting to sell some of these soon too. There's some bracelets that I want to make with them with some gemstone beads, so keep a lookout for those too. If you have any questions about oils, if you want to buy any oils other than the turmeric or the lavender, let me know. If you want to get into the business side of it, let me know because I'm starting out making money. Yeah. PM me, let me know. I'm really excited about it, but I'm not going to spam anyone's inbox. So leave a comment. I'm available. I'm going to be kind of in and out today, but my inbox is always open, and I can't wait to hear from you, and I can't wait to share what I'm going to be doing with plant medicine in the next few months. Bye, guys.